This video is just me playing Survive a Week in the Winter, which is a Roblox game, well, where you survive a week in the winter, which I did not survive the full thing. I decided to walk over to the starting area, and I found this person along with another person who is about to enter the other green box, and then they end up joining us, and we are going to be playing the game together. The very first thing I end up doing is picking Survivor and going around and ravaging all of the canned beans from the cabin. Now, I probably should have chosen the medic role because you start with a med kit, but that's fine because I end up surviving a bit anyways. I decided to get an MP7 and go outside to harvest the deer that is currently laying in front of the cabins for some raw deer meat. Now, I don't know why this is, but there's a glitch where the berries do not go into your hotbar, like you can't collect them. So I tried that and it doesn't work, so I decided to go cut down a tree instead so I can get some wood. Now, I do have the 2x wood game pass so that I can even get enough wood to build things like these ladders I'm about to build here, which I am also going to be building a torch so I can keep myself warm whenever I'm up here later at night with my MP7 trying to see if I can shoot the monster. Now, the purpose of these barriers was so that, like, if the monster got too close to the cabin, then it would get stuck on the little ladders, but I didn't end up needing those because I ended up killing the monster before it actually got there. But it was still just a good measure just to take, just in case something actually got too close. Now, as you were watching this, later in the video, if you end up not seeing the other people, it's because they died of hunger, most likely, because, well, I kind of took all the food, and the berries aren't able to be harvested, which means they didn't really have much of a source of food. I hope that berry thing gets fixed soon, so that whenever I'm with a group, I can actually stay with them for a little bit longer. Now, as I type in /edance, somehow the monster still has breathing sounds playing. I think it just died whenever the monster is close and not actually when it's alive. I'm going to remain silent for a few minutes while this footage is playing because there isn't much to narrate on, but I will start talking when something slightly significant happens in the video. My teammate has decided to help me to chop down this tree, and it takes a little bit of wood because, well, they help. And after this, I'm going to be heading back to the cabin because I want to use the wood to build a little something. I'm going to end up building a little chair so that I can just sit on the roof and sit in a chair. And not very long after this, that person ends up disappearing. Either they reset or they die of hunger. Heard that, but that was the sound of my teammates dying, most likely of hunger. And the only reason that floating chair is there is because I was going to build another chair for them, but it was too late. And whenever you unequip the build tool, if you have something ready to build, then it kind of just builds itself, unless you can't build it. And the only reason you would be able to do that if you can't build it is because of a glitch, because if you can't build it, it doesn't do it. Now I'm also probably going to be silent for a few minutes, other than the fact that I have to build another ladder and make the current one off limits because my floating chair kind of got in the way. Now, this next big event doesn't really affect the game that much, other than that it gives me quite a bit of scrap. But I go to harvest the cabbage, and like right after I do, a cutscene plays where a white helicopter appears to crash. Well, I mean, it definitely crashed, but yeah. So I end up going to check it out, and you can just watch the following footage. As I approach the helicopter, I decide to click the inspect button, which just gives me the option to collect the scrap after wondering, hey, was this supposed to be my rescue? But yeah, I just loot the scraps and now I have a bunch of them, which is really good because I could probably unlock more guns with it. Well, no, I can, but I should probably do that next time I play the game. Yeah, again, I'm going to be silent for a little bit, but if anything big happens, then yeah, I'll comment on it. I'm deciding to build a little base that goes into the sky. Why? I don't know. It's actually really good against monsters. After the base is finished being constructed, I'm going to play the video on 2x speed until I can actually get to the part where something big happens. So this is going to be normal speed right now, but whenever this gets done being constructed, then it will be playing on 2x speed. It actually is going to be 3x speed instead, because I want to get to the good stuff. Okay, so right now I've decided that I am going to go out and make a base, like a little sky base-ish thing in the forest, like near the cabin, but not at the cabin. This is where I end up dying, like making that little sky base, because I end up deciding, hey, I'm not afraid anymore, and I jump down while there's two monsters, one of them being immune to bullets, which was a stupid idea. So this guy, he is the bullets. The bullets, you just have to wait him out and slowly try to shoot him. But there's also two of the original monsters. This is the part where I decided I'm not afraid anymore, because I've played this game before. It doesn't go super well from here, but I'll just let you watch the footage. as you can see, I was being very sarcastic there. That was not a smart move at all. I could have just waited them out and played more. So, yep, that's the video. Goodbye.